Hi, this is Val from EFT Providence. Welcome to day 22 of our 30-day EFT challenge. Yesterday we talked about self-talk and all the ways that it affects you, what you hear in the back of your head as you're trying to tap through other issues, or as you're trying to move forward in your life, you hear that little voice that's telling you can't do it. Today we're going to talk about communicating with other people, because that's part of moving forward in your life, whether it's relationships or career or with your children, whatever it might be. Sometimes we just don't know how to communicate with other people. We'd rather keep it inside and feel angry and sad and hurt and all the rest of it than just saying what's on our minds, because we're too afraid of what the reaction might be. So today we're going to tap on communicating with other people. Now, this is, again, general, so be specific. If there's someone specifically that you have an issue with communication, tap for that person. So it would be, even though, say David, just throw out a name, and I can't talk about anything, whoever it is, I know that I can get through this barrier. And then as you get more specific and clearer in your head, the reasons why communication is so difficult with this person, like they always shut me out, I never feel like I'm being heard. And then from there you're going to get other things. Maybe there was a time you weren't heard growing up, or there was somebody like this person in your life before who always shut you down every time you tried to say something. So once you get to the core reason as to why you have a hard time communicating with maybe one person, maybe several, you'll be able to clear that, and you'll go about your day and you'll be able to communicate just fine, and it's quite likely you won't even realize that you're doing it without the anxiety or the fear that you used to have. So let's get moving. Even though I have a hard time communicating, even though I just freeze up whenever I have to speak to somebody, and the idea of speaking to a lot of people at once just terrifies me. That's one of the biggest fears, is fear of public speaking. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though just the thought of having to discuss anything important with certain people terrifies me. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though communicating is really the hardest thing for me to do at all, and I'd rather just keep it all to myself, it's possible that I could change this. Communicating with other people openly. I can't ever say what's on my mind. If I say what's on my mind, somebody will be there to cut me down. If I say what's on my mind, my whole life will have to change. If I speak openly, nobody will listen to me. People will laugh at me if I speak to them. I don't have anything important to say anyway, so why should I bother? Nobody's listening. Now, if one of those particular things that we tapped on brought up a feeling or a memory for you, continue with that and tap through it till it's done. Okay? I deeply and completely love and accept myself. There isn't anybody out there who's more important than I am. Other people don't have any problem communicating, so why should I? I deeply and completely trust in my ability to communicate with people. The better and more clearly I can communicate, the further I get in my life. My life only gets easier the better I communicate. Fear is just an illusion. I can communicate. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So again, keep going with whatever your particular issues are surrounding communication, whether it's one-on-one stuff, whether it's group stuff, whether it's teaching other people something, whether it's just speaking up in class if there's something you don't understand. There's always something that somebody else doesn't understand too, and they're just hoping that somebody will speak up so they don't have to. As you tap through these things, you're going to be the one that won't be afraid to speak up, because you know that not understanding something is not a big deal. And if you hide from that, and if you choose not to get clarification, you're not ever going to understand it. So you might as well just speak up, get the answers you need, and move on. This is Val from EFT Providence. Bye-bye.